Hey guys, Sean again. It's week 2, the Root Body Program. Just coming in, kind of share this week how things went and some other thoughts about it. This week was a little bit more intense. The volume was a little bit higher. Obviously, the first week's more of a testing max week, so you can base what your lifts are going to be off of. This week was more of a actual program dealing with the legs and the arms and the backs and everything else. Core, cardio, everything was ramped up a notch. It still was a good program. Again, I'm going to come down to it this week. I went by and I felt phenomenal. Each day was really brutal. Like leg day the first time was I just was like, I'm good at squatting. I'm really good at squatting. That's kind of my joke with some of my buddies is I can squat a lot, but I struggle in other areas. I went rock climbing this weekend, and my squat does nothing for me there. But we'll get to that a little bit later. But after leg day the first time this week, I mean, I was just like, I was so beat up because it was so brutal. But it was good. I can definitely tell how it's going to help improve some strength. We had last week. I was kind of like, man, I'd like a little bit more volume for the gun show. And this week I said, okay, forget what I said. That was a lot of volume. But it was a good pump. It was a good workout, but it didn't leave you destroyed. Again, like doing some of those workouts we do where we're just like, oh, I can't move my arms for 3 days. It was well thought out, well played out. One of the things I kind of want to talk about, some of the guys I've talked with and the guys on the Facebook page, we kind of talked about it a little bit too. This is a body transformation program. A lot of times you choose workouts because you want to improve a skill or a specific weightlifting ability. If some guy says, I want to get better at the squat, what are you going to do? Well, you're going to run a squat program. He might run the Hatch program or Windmers or, you do West Side. There's all sorts of programs. A guy might say, hey, I want to be a bodybuilder. So he's going to run a bodybuilding program. Obviously going to be doing lots of high reps, lots of hypertrophy, things like that. This one is a body transformation that incorporates something we're familiar with of building volume and building strength, because that's going to cause not just growth in muscles but also definition. But it's also combined with a good amount of metcons, as we call them in the CrossFit world, or smaller workouts, coupled with long days of steady state cardio, along with the diet. Again, diet's important. This week I was really good up until this weekend. I was glad Saturday was my high carb day because I went rock climbing with my son, my oldest son, out of 6 kids. And, we ate a little bit more than I might usually do, but again, I kind of use that day to kind of refill. So today's Sunday, my diet was back on. I know I'm a little bit over on my carbs from yesterday, but I'll keep it clean the rest of the week and get back on it. And we talk about that on the boards, and we all understand. Again, diet's important. I think I'm looking forward to next week. I've already kind of perused the workouts. You get to look at it a week in advance, and it's like, oh, man, it's going to be a bad day. But some of the guys that have been in the program already over 3 months, they talk about it, and they laugh, and they're like, just wait till you're where we're at. Some of the other things I had this week, I had to go and buy a band. Just again, got to the pull-up portion. I just couldn't do the strict volume that's required. I tried doing some jumping pull-ups. It's just not the same. And so I went ahead and bought a band. I'm going to run into the issue of dumbbells, limited dumbbells. I have a 25, set of 25s, and I have a set of 50s. And, we get into workouts that require some middle ground or some above ground. Kettlebells don't really work for that. But again, I've got some Thompson kettlebells that'll work for like a 72. But what do I do with a 35? I don't have a 35. Or what do I do, in that in between range? And so, if you don't have access to a full gym, whether it be a Gold's Gym or Anytime Fitness or Planet Fitness or any of those other ones, it could be hard because you need a certain variety of dumbbells. I'm looking at possibly just buying a bar that I can load my plates on and kind of increase the weight that way. But we'll see how that goes as I look around for that. overall, it was a good week. Again, I've enjoyed the program. I've enjoyed the feedback from the coaches. I've enjoyed, again, having that Facebook side. If you chose to do the program, I'd say, man, it's hard to say don't cheat yourself and try and do it alone. Any program's hard. What makes CrossFit so successful? It's the box. It's the community. I love looking on my Facebook and seeing what guys post or what they thought about a workout. We've got a leaderboard system so you can see who did what. Kind of compare yourself there. So it creates a little bit of competition, but also creates that camaraderie that helps you push each other. When somebody's got a question, they ask it, and everybody might have that same question. Nobody's asked it, but now we all know. Overall, though, it's been good. I'm enjoying it. I can tell a difference. My wife's laughing at me. She's like, "You can't take your shirt off yet." When we're walking around the neighborhood, because my kids take it off because they're, my 2 younger ones, my 5-year-old and my 7-year-old, are shredded because they're kids and they eat anything and they run all the time. And she's like, "You gotta have six-pack definition." I'm like, "Well, I got six-pack." She goes, "That's not defined enough." I'm like, "Well, give me 3 months." And she was laughing at me because of the program. But I think what we're looking at here is, again, I'm enjoying the strength, I'm enjoying the cardio, and I hate cardio, but I'm enjoying the cardio. It's just enough to push yourself, but not too much to kill you. And the diet and the group aspects have really been great. So I will post some pictures probably next week. This week I was out of town, didn't have access to a scale. I'm not going to worry about my weight until next Sunday, kind of compare, go from there. But I can already tell a difference in how some of my shirts are fitting across the shoulders, across the back, and we'll just kind of go from there. Thanks for watching. Again, if you got any questions, just post them down below. I will do my best to answer them. Thanks so much, guys.